Welcome back, everybody. Don't forget, the North Dakota State track meet starts tomorrow out in Bismarck. You can watch it on WDAY Plus and WDAY Extra, the field events. Begin tomorrow at 3:30 on WDAY Plus. Television coverage begins Friday at 1 here on Extra. Then Saturday for all the finals, 11 a.m. on WDAY Extra to get you ready for what's going to be a great 3 days out in Bismarck. Our next guest, we've made it a habit to talk to our next guest. Last year, we were bugging him on the bus on the way to Bismarck. We got him a day earlier, so he's stationary. This for a minute. This guy's actually never really stationary. Rory Beil, head coach of the Davies track and field team, joins us here on this Wednesday. It's great to see you, bud. First, shout out to the story that Cullen Holt did on Monday on your family. That was really, really neat. This has got to be surreal. This is the last go-around.
It's the last go-around for all of us, so lots of emotions to go with it.
Describe the opportunity to be front row, be dad, and be head coach. How has that played out over the last handful of years?
I think it's played out pretty seamlessly. I'd say I certainly feel more emotion this year than I have before, and I haven't thought a lot about it being the end of our kids. There's so many interactions that you kind of get immersed in that, but I'm definitely feeling it a little bit more this year.
When did your daughters decide to come on and help out as well, to be assistant coaches on the team?
Well, we wrote that into the will. Both of them took a stab at some college track. It wasn't for them. And so after a year of track, they know our system and they were good. They're now accomplished teachers. So we knew they had the skills to be good coaches. So in their sophomore years of college, I recruited both of them to join us.
Recruit? Was that over the dinner table? How did that go about?
Yeah, well, I don't know. It was a vacation that they either had to pay for themselves or mom and dad paid for it.
Their experience, how much does that help for your current team that they've been there, done that? How has that paid off?
That is very valuable because for two reasons. They've experienced it, they can share it, but they're close enough in age with the athletes that some of them remember them. They can relate maybe a little better than this 56-year-old. And so it's been really valuable.
To have your wife be there as well, just how much is home carried to the track and vice versa, track carried home?
Don has a skill of shutting things off after leaving. I don't. So not very, very little of it comes home. And that's probably, she's a little wiser maybe than I am.
What do you think come Saturday evening emotions will be like for the five of you?
Well, we're somewhat of an emotional group. So I'd say we're going to hopefully having some joy. Certainly there'll be some tears on this end.
Now, Joshua's actually going to go run at NDSU as well. Describe that, of the excitement level of him getting a chance to go to the next level and do this.
It's very exciting. All of our kids have worked hard. None of them have been as locked in and as motivated and driven for excellence as he has. And so, Stevie Keller's done a great job. We've known him for decades. And so there's peace of mind. And so excited that we get to watch him for some more years and he gets to continue to do something that he really, really loves.
This is, you're not only dad, obviously coach, but you got, 50 other athletes to be worried about this weekend. Describe that balancing act. I can't even imagine. Dad is one thing, coach is another, and then knowing full well you're coaching 50 some odd athletes. Just how do you balance that?
Well, I've done it for a number of years. So, events come and they go. You try to help kids get ready. You lock in with them, help them meet their needs. It's kind of like a teacher has individualized extra classroom programs for their students. So when you're attending to one, it's pretty easy to block the rest of the things out. And so we'll try to enjoy each moment and focus on each moment as it happens, and then move on to the next.
When you get ready for this weekend, describe the anticipation. I mean, Hayes in the barn, as you like to say. So how much are you actually, coaching this week, getting ready for the state meet?
There's not a whole lot of coaching left other than helping kids to put themselves in a position to accomplish what they can. And that's sometimes a mental thing. And so helping kids to find a sense of relaxation, that's almost always when best performances come.
Yeah.
And so helping them get to that place, that sweet spot that will allow them to do what they know they can.
How much are you looking on your phone with a weather forecast? No, it's not been great the first 3 days of the week, but knowing Bismarck, you can get anything out there for the state meet.
Well, I have, and I'm aware. I would say last Friday's East Region meet
Oh,
prepared us beyond what we could ever have imagined. We're going to be so prepared. Um, our kids have their gear. We've got a system down. We're going to stay warm so we can perform. And yeah, I look at the weather a little bit, but we have a phrase we say, whatever the weather is, that's our weather. And we're going to lock in and do the best in it.
would you rather have it be like it was last Friday or super hot? What are better for, in your personal opinion, to compete in?
Well, I don't know that I would wish for last Friday on anybody again. So super hot wouldn't be a first choice, but we will find a way to stay cool. I would prefer that.
So we mentioned it before you came on here that we're televising for the first time. For people that want to watch, Rory, describe what Bismarck is, the state track meet is, why it's so important, and what viewers can look forward to for this weekend.
Well, it's interesting. We've had coaches on our staff over the years that have come from other states, and they've been so incredibly impressed with how the meet is run, just the atmosphere in Bismarck. And so, with it being televised, and one of my longtime friends, who's a kind of a grandfather of track and field, Cameron Doctor, kind of providing color, he knows so much. I've shared it with all my family and friends that don't miss it.
What is it about it, in your opinion, that makes it different than, say, maybe other states that hold their meets?
Well, they've got a track guy who's one of the historically the best track coaches in North Dakota, who's running it. He loves the sport. He cares about it. He attends to details. The people in town love track. They've had tremendous success out there in their high schools. So track's cool in Bismarck, and you feel it when you arrive.
For your team, how are things rounded into form for this week?
Oh, I think it'll be a solid weekend. Our girls, um, Century inherited the probably the best girls distance runner in history. So they've probably jumped up to be the favorite. We'd like to fight for one of those top 2 to 3 spots. And our boys, I think if things go well, if they perform, we can be a top 5 team. The West boys are just incredibly strong.
Is there an event that you're looking forward to for your team, so we can really maybe excel in this particular event?
Yeah, on the girls' side, we've got 3 of the top 100-meter hurdlers and 3 of the top 300-meter hurdlers. That's an event. Those are events I coach. In the 800, we've got 3 top 800 meters. So on the girls' side, those 3 events could have a big influence on how our team does. On the boys' side, we've got a strong discus thrower, Alex Meese, who, if he unleashes like he's done in practice, could gobble up some points. Certainly, we've got 2 in the boys' 300-meter hurdles. Joshua will have a battle with his roommate next year at NDSU, Trey Kanoki from Fargo North, his old teammate, Bennett Lawn, who left us after his freshman year to go to Legacy. So the boys' 300-meter hurdles is going to be quite an epic showdown.
Is that personal for you, knowing who's competing in that particular race?
That makes it about as exciting. Those are kids that I care about, that are friends of ours. And so I think it helps elevate them all. And so, yeah, they'll probably have a little higher blood pressure during that race.
I gotta ask, how many steps do you get in on a state track meet day? Like, you got to be going nonstop.
I think I probably average 20 to 27,000 steps
Holy
in
cow.
a meet day, and so we'll be close.
So do you have a set schedule? Like, I want to be here, here, and here, or are you just floating around trying to get as much as you can?
I don't have a set schedule. I sit down during a Class B 1,600-meter race that we don't have anybody competing in, and think about what's going to go on in the next 2 hours, and then plot out my time, and then sit down in another event that we don't have anybody in. But I don't have it right now.
I gotta go. Don't hate me on this. In your past competition days, was there an event you wanted to try but never got a chance to do?
Well, unfortunately, I got to try the event that I didn't want to do. I had some hamstring issues as a high school boy, And at the North Star Conference, which was the small conference in Class A back in the late 80s, my coach added me to the 800 meters late in the meet because I couldn't run the 110 hurdles. And I ran it
Oh,
and I qualified. And then when I was in college, Dom, at the Drake Relays, I ran at UND and they needed a fourth leg for the 4x8 at the Drake Relays. And so they put me on the front end knowing that I had run one in high school. And to this day, I don't know if I've ever been so fatigued. I was so scared I was going to let my team down. And so the 800 was the event that I ran and suffered.
what was your time? You remember from that day at
I
Drake?
ran a 155.3 was my split.
How do you feel about it now, looking back at it?
Well, I certainly respect those who run the 800. I'm glad I did it. And yeah.
When you look at the field events, always get my attention as well, specifically the ones that can master either doing the discus or the shot. What stands out to you about on the field side of things that really is impressive?
You know, the footwork that's necessary this day and age, almost everybody is really strong coming into it. They've done the work to get strong. It seems those programs that really excel, they know how to address the intricacies, the nuance of the event, footwork to get kids to be in the right position to unleash their best throw. And the same thing probably happens in the triple jump, kind of like those kind of sequence of events that needs to happen.
It's great to see you, bud. I really appreciate you doing this. Safe travels to Bismarck tomorrow, and good luck this week. Enjoy this with the family as well, okay?
Thank you, Dom. Appreciate the time.
Good to see you, bud. There he goes, Rory Beil, Davies track and field coach. As we mentioned, the state meet begins tomorrow. You can watch live coverage on WDAY Plus on television beginning on Friday and on Saturday as well. We'll have you wall to wall. Any event you want to see, you'll be able to stream it, watch it on television over the next handful of days. We'll break. We'll come back. We'll wrap up our first hour. North Dakota State men's basketball coach David Richmond coming up in hour 2. Looking forward to that. Back here on Hot Mic right after this.